So the plan at the moment is to build for the next 1 to 4 years. Hey guys, super excited because today we'll be hitting legs together. It's going to be quite an intense sesh. You'll just have to put up with my voice for now. I have been sick with the flu, so I do sound like a man at the moment, so we'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, super excited for today. Let's get into it. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I do feel a bit anxious today. I came in a bit anxious about filming. Jacob and I went out for a meal last night, which was really nice, but it's interesting how certain foods can affect the way you feel. Like normally we go out for like pho and it's fine, or like a home prepared meal, but we went out for Dragon Hot Pot last night, and I think the MSG or something in it just like didn't agree with us, because we woke up in the morning and just felt like so anxious with sore joints. And I only started feeling like myself again at like 11:30 a.m. today. I felt like really scattered and anxious. So it's really interesting how foods can affect you. So I've been in a build, in a surplus for about, I'd like to say 16 weeks now. It's been really interesting. This is actually my first like structured build phase. I'm loving it though. Definitely, if you've ever considered going into a build, like fucking do it, it's so worth it. All right, for our first exercise, we're going to be jumping into a single leg machine press. All right, let's go. So I'm just doing a couple of warm-up sets of the single leg machine press. Just practicing a few reps through a full range of motion. My goal with this one is to get as much knee flexion as possible. So to really position my foot quite low to get like the maximal stretch in my quad. Oh, my ankle mobility is shit. So I'm only literally doing like 2 to 3 reps for that warm-up set because I want to stimulate and not annihilate. So I want to prepare my muscles for what's going to happen, but not to systemically like fatigue myself and take away from that working set. So when it comes to warm-ups, it's really important to go in there in mind with stimulate but not annihilate. Many people, when they do warm-up sets, and this is something I used to be guilty of, they'll do 10 reps of no weights, maybe like 10 reps of a weight that's very close to the working set. They'll go 10 reps for every warm-up set. This is probably too many. Like if I was to do a warm-up sets, moving up to like a leg press, for example, I would do maybe 6 to 8 reps of no weights, and then I might go like 50% of my working weight for maybe 4 reps. Then I might go like 70% of that working weight for 2 to 3 reps, and then go into the working set. We don't want to be going like 10 reps, 10 reps, 10 reps. That is going to fatigue you and really take away from that working set. My latest obsession has been pho. I recently discovered it and I'm never going back from it. Jacob and I went out for a meal. Been going out for like a lot of takeout meals lately. Should probably cut them down a little bit. I'm starting to see a little bit too much fluff. Currently in a build phase on around 2,600 calories on training days. So there is a fair bit of like lenience, but I'm probably pushing it like a little bit more than I can get away with at the moment. So I don't have to mini cut. I'll probably like this week until next Monday, I really want to try and be on point with my diet. I can get away with like once a week a meal out. So it's like relatively high in carbs and quite low in fats, but more than that, I find I tend to like tip into too much of a surplus. There is a trick to these. The first day I tried to put these on, I spent a whole hour trying to get them on, but there is a trick. So you get it first, make sure the right way, not inside out. These are SBD, by the way. I use a size medium, and then we roll them out like that. So it kind of looks like this, yep. And then you place, make sure like the label's there, place them on like that, pull them up over the knee. And this is such a game changer. Makes it so easy to apply them. This way you won't have to take a whole hour to get them on like I did the first time. But they just add like a really nice compression when you're lifting heavy. Got half a rep extra today. Progress is progress. When it comes to breathing for your sets, basically we want to imagine whenever we're pushing or pulling with an exercise, imagine that you've broken down your car at the lights, and if you go to push your car, you wouldn't exhale and then push the car, would you? You take a big breath, hold your breath, and then push the car. The same is with any exercise, whether it's a push or a pull. We want to take a big breath right before we exert that movement. So the plan at the moment is to build for the next 1 to 4 years. No. So this is actually the first structured build phase I've ever done. And you will see your absolute best body composition if you do this. So if you go into a calorie deficit, get to a really lean point. So for women, might be about 15%. For men, maybe about like 8 to 10%. And then what you do is you slowly reverse diet out of that, just increasing your carbohydrates a little bit each week, very small adjustments, and often you'll recomp coming out of that. What I actually saw is, like, when I started my build, I was 59 millimeters over 9 sites at around 63 kilos. And now I'm 66 kilos and 55 mils over 9 sites. So I've lost 4 millimeters of fat and I've put on 3 kilos in about 16 weeks. Oh, my legs. So now we're moving on to pendulums. With this one, it's either like a love-hate relationship. You either fucking love them or you hate them. But they are fantastic for growing your quads if you can get out of the hole. Feels good. Right. So the lower the elevation of the platform, the more quad it's going to be, the more stretch we're going to get in the quad. And the higher the plate, the less of a stretch we're going to get in the quad. The higher you place your feet, the more glutes and hams it'll be. The lower you place your feet, the more quad it'll be. And another thing, don't cheat with these ones. It doesn't count as a rep if you've got the range of motion that's like this. So I know it can be great for the ego to have this much range of motion, but you're not doing yourself any favors if your goal is muscle growth. Give it a go. Kai Green's looking at me saying, come on, you could have done another rep. Hi. Introduce yourself.
Andrea, I'm Andrea. Nice to meet you all.
She's a vibe. She looks amazing.
She's a vibe.
What are you training today?
I trained some back today.
Back. Your mind will give up so much sooner than your body does. It really is mind over matter. Like 99% of the time, you can do more fucking reps. It's just in your head. Like that voice we tell ourselves, oh no, you can't do it. You just have to break through that. You can fucking do it. You will fucking do it. Like you need to like mentally arouse yourself for this. I know that sounds so wrong, but get yourself into like a state of hyper arousal for that set. Take a second to breathe, calm yourself, and then make yourself like really angry clear your mind, make yourself angry, and fucking go into that set. It's moving into the most brutal exercise that most people hate, which is Bulgarian split squats. You can either do like a quad or a glute biased version of these, but I'm going to show you a more quad biased version today. I think I have still a little bit like residual fatigue from being sick. I should probably take my own advice and take it a little bit easier today. It's so hard to step back though. I'll be celebrating my 10th year since joining the gym on my 26th birthday, which is next month. Oh no, it's this month. It's in 1 week. Only Jacob reminded me the other day, he's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, wait, it's my birthday. I think the older you get, the less important birthdays become. They're just, or as Jacob calls it, it's just like a day to celebrate getting expelled from a vagina. So now we're moving on to a toe press, which is like a quad biased leg press. So unfortunately my favorite machine over there is out of order. So we're just gonna have to use this one today. But toes on the edge like that. As much range of motion as we can. So this little thing here, it controls the depth of the exercise on the leg press. And for more quad focus, we want as much depth as possible. So see how I have my feet just on the edge there? Not my toes, you want it to be like quite safe, but just the ball of my foot is on the edge. Taking a big breath in, crunching in and pulling myself down into the machine. Maintaining the tension through the quad. I'm just gonna executively only perform 1 set today because I still am recovering, but yeah. I really miss that machine. So that marks the end of the session. I hope you got some value out of today. If there are any videos you would like to see in future, definitely let me know. I'm very open to suggestions. Sorry that this wasn't the typical workout you would see, but I think it's like, I want to be really authentic, and I think it's important to not just feel myself when I'm feeling like it and when times are great, but also because we're all human and there will be times where adversity hits, and it doesn't mean we should throw the baby out with the bathwater and just give up on everything. And I kind of want to just show up for, you know, myself, even when I'm not really feeling like it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed today.